In the previous lesson, we established the necessity for both political sides of the aisle with the analogy of the American eagle and how it needs both wings for balance and for flight. Today, we're going to go a little deeper in this message and discuss what motivates people on the right and people on the left, and show how both are absolutely essential to the health and welfare of our government. When each of us were created by God, He placed certain motivations and motivational gifts on the inside of us. These motivations help to make up who we are and what makes us tick. They drive us and give us our passion and zeal, as well as a certain degree of direction in life. Now, 7 of the motivational gifts are enumerated in Romans chapter 12, verses 3 through 8. They are prophecy, serving, teaching, exhorting, giving, ruling, and acts of mercy. A person's gifts motivate and drive them to action. They're part of the person's internal wiring. These motivational gifts are hardwired inside of us and cause us to see the world in a particular way and respond accordingly. For example, let's say that a person was in an accident. Each one of these gifts would respond in a predictable way. The prophetic person would seek a word from the Lord to give to this person who was just in an accident. The server would look for ways to help the person. The teacher would try to teach the person how to be more careful and avoid this in the future. The exhorter would seek to encourage the person, and the giver would look for what was lacking as a result of the accident and would want to fill that void. The ruler would try to control the situation and direct the person to wholeness, giving them steps to take. And the person with the mercy gift would feel deeply for them, would pray for them, and be driven to some sort of action to help them. So can you see how each person is motivated differently? So what motivates people on the left side? People who lean left have a more liberal and compassionate perspective of things. These people are motivated by the soft virtues of love, compassion, and mercy. Therefore, these people are more likely to want the government to be merciful and compassionate to the downtrodden. They see people in need and their heart goes out to them. They typically have the motivational gifts of mercy, giving, and serving. Have you ever needed mercy in your life? Well, I know I have. Has anyone ever had compassion and helped you in a time of need? Most likely, that was a person who was motivated by the soft virtues of love, mercy, and compassion. And what motivates people on the right? People on the right are motivated by the hard virtues and have a strong sense of truth, justice, and the rule of law. Most often they are motivated by the gifts of prophecy, teaching, and exhortation. These people hate injustice and are motivated to see that all people receive justice and that the rule of law reigns supreme in our land. Now, what would our country be like if there was no justice? It would be like a Wild West situation where crime would run rampant. Wait a minute. That sounds a little like many urban cities where you have only the rule of the left. Because there is no balance in many of these cities, crime is out of control. This is a clear example of why the left needs the right, since no one wants to live in a dangerous city. No one wants to be mugged or robbed. But the right also needs the left. When you only have one party rule, there is no balance, and the country ends up in a ditch. On the left side, the ditch demands that you ignore the biology of a person and instead treat them as the gender that they identify with. But that defies God's truth and is a clear indication that we're in a ditch on the left. But the ditch on the right is just as bad. I wouldn't want to live in a country or a world where there was no mercy and compassion for people. Yet even mercy and compassion must be balanced by truth, justice, and the rule of law. So we need one another. Just as the American eagle needs both wings, those on the right need those on the left, and those on the left need those on the right. Why? For balance and a properly functioning government. Well, that's going to do it for me today. But be sure to check out the first part of this teaching entitled Democrats, Republicans, and Independents. All right, do me a favor. Like this video, share this video with a friend, and if you're not a part of our HeavenCulture family, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be alerted each and every time that we post new videos. Thanks so much for your time. I look forward to continuing this journey with you.